Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have these whimsical Easter cards to share with you, so let's jump right in. So I'm going to start by creating the bases. I'm going to cut a piece of standard cardstock in North America in halves. These are 8.5 by 11 full sheet, and then it will be cut down into halves. If you want to create top folding cards instead of side folding cards, you would just cut it on the long edge instead of the short edge. And then once scored, it will be 4.25 by 5.5. This is just my preferred card size. You can do any size you want to do. This is just kind of what I gravitate towards. This is the standard size in North America. If you guys don't know, I'm Canadian. So this is kind of our standard greeting card size. But I do know that European countries have different sized cardstock. So, change the measurements to be whatever you need them to be. So I've scored all 4 of my cards, and we're going to do alcohol ink in this video. Now, normally I do a couple of Easter cards, coming up to Easter, but time just got away from me, and I honestly forgot it was even Easter until we were kind of making plans with my family to visit. So I made one card. I don't know why. It's one of those things, you guys. Sometimes time is just a really funny thing, and I, struggle with it. So I picked out 4 colors of alcohol ink. Actually, my husband Christopher picked them out. I asked him what colors I should work for, and he picked these 4 colors. So I have Cosmopolitan, Sunshine Yellow, Citrus, and Juniper, however you want to pronounce that. And it kind of just creates this really fun blend of color. I did use blending solution. These are not pearls. There's no mica in them, so you could just use isopropyl alcohol, but I'm just going to use blending solution. It's my favorite. It gives you a more whimsical look, like a more wispy look is maybe the right word for that. And I love that look in my alcohol inks, so that is generally what I tend towards. However, if you guys have been with me for any length of time, you know that I love texture. So in a minute here, I'm actually going to start creating texture instead of this very flowy background. And I think it turns out pretty neat. You don't have to do that. You could stop here and you've got this really pretty background. I did show you the alcohol ink that I'm using, the Yupo paper that I'm using. It is from Legion. It is the same Yupo that is in the Tim Holtz brand. It is just directly from the manufacturer instead of, being branded to Tim Holtz. So I actually am going to cut this down in a weird way here when we get to the end. For whatever reason, in my head, I thought it was 5 by 7 size. It is not. It is, I think it's 5.8 by 8.3. So it's quite a bit larger, but it worked out in the end okay, and I'll show you how I work with that. But in my head, I thought it was 5 by 7, so I was like, well, that's perfect for 4 cards, because 7, it's 1 3/4 inches would be divisible by 7. So when I did the math for this, it worked out in my head to be correct, and I'm going to realize my mistake when I go and cut it down, but it's okay, it works. And it's going to be beautiful regardless. So here's where I'm starting to create that texture. So I'm adding 1 drop of color, a little bit of blending solution, and I'm kind of moving it around with my air tool and just creating more of the parts where the inks are meeting each other and creating that kind of more textured look. There's no right or wrong here. If you liked that more wispy, smooth look, I would have stopped there and left it alone. But I wanted texture. I wanted just a little bit of something different because I generally go towards the very whimsical look. That is generally what I'm very drawn to, but I just thought it would be fun to add a little bit more of this interest into my alcohol ink background, and I love how it turned out. But of course, to tailor that to however you would like it to look. And I keep going with the colors until the full panel has this really interesting textural element to it. And then I am going to add some splatter and whatnot on top as well because I love that look. You can totally skip that step. Hopefully you're just inspired by what I created. That's really my only goal when I create, is that I kind of inspire you guys to get out your inks and create. Now I did decide to go in while it was still tacky in areas with some silver foil, and I just added that throughout the panels as well. It just adds a little bit of something extra, gives it a bit of shimmer and shine, and I love that look. I don't do it often, but it is definitely something to do if you hate the tacky layer that ends up on alcohol inks. This is a great way to hide those. You do have to burnish it in a little bit, but it does just add this really fun foiled texture in the background as well. So it's really fun when it catches the light. I really like that look. So here is where I'm going to add some extra texture. I'm going to splatter on, this is ISO, which is isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to splatter that on. This is 100%. That's just what I choose to use. I keep it in a little bottle on my desk, and then I use my splatter brush with it to create just dots of ISO on the background, and that creates this speckledy texture. I love that look. Again, any step you don't like, skip it. You are going to make your own cards. You're going to love them. That's all that matters. So like I said, my only goal on my channel is to inspire you to create. That is the whole hope. So hopefully something about this card really sparks something for you. Now I'm going to use the Feathery dies. This is an older Tim Holtz die. I don't believe you can purchase it anymore except for stuff like eBay sometimes has some. So if I can find somewhere that's selling it, I will link it. Otherwise, just use leaves. If you don't have anything that's feathers, it would work with flowers, it would work with leaves, it would work with, if you're making a balloon card, a birthday card, add balloons, add a stack of gifts. There's so many things you could do here. I like feathers. I think they're really cool. And you guys know that my channel is known for using older products again and again. One, to give you ideas, and two, because the products are not inexpensive. So I want you to use what you have in your stash, whatever that happens to be. So bust out a die you haven't used in a while and use it as the decorative element. So I'm going to cut this down. At this time, I have not realized that this measurement system is not going to work correctly for my things, but that's okay. So I'm going to cut it down to, right here, I've realized it. I'm going to cut it down to be 1 3/4 inches. That is how wide this is going to be. And then I'm going to cut it down to 5 inches in length. Now I've realized at this point with this strip, I have 1 inch left. So I'm going to cut it into quarters and I'm going to use that on the inside of the cards. So we're going to use pretty much everything. There is a little bit extra when I go to cut down the length, and you'll see that here in a second. I'm just going to save them and they're going to go in the challenge winners happy mail. Because if you guys don't know, I run a challenge every month over on my Facebook group. Every video that is the first video of the month talks about it. So it would have been the happy birthday shaker cards I made on Monday. Thursday. You guys, the month is flying by and I get so confused. This card is going up on Monday. The cards that went up on the 2nd of April are showcasing the challenge. So you can go and check that out if you're at all interested. I'm going to add these extra little bits of alcohol ink in there because I think that they would just be kind of fun for someone to have. So definitely something fun to do. And then we're going to kind of move on. I decided to not use black in this card design at all, which is really odd for me because you guys know that I like to black matte things, but I'm going to actually holographic mat it. So this is going to be cut to 1/8 of an inch larger than what I've cut my strips to. So as I said, my strips are 5 by 1 3/4 inches. So this will be cut to 1/8 of an inch larger than that, giving me this just beautiful small holographic look behind it. You can cut it to the quarter if you prefer. It's an easier measurement, but I don't like the thicker border, so that's why I tend towards that quarter. The 1/8. So hopefully that all makes sense. If you're at all confused by anything I've said because I haven't explained it well, leave me a comment. I read all of my comments. I respond to everybody. If you ask me any questions, I will get there as quickly as I can. But if I've missed something or I didn't explain it in a way that makes sense to you, leave me a question and I will respond and I will give you an answer. So you can always do that. And as always, everything I use is linked and listed down in the description, with the exception of stuff like the Feathery die, as I said, because it is no longer available to purchase from, like Simon's a Stamp or scrapbook.com, any of those. So you would have to kind of find it in the wild, which sometimes you can. But that's just, if you don't have anything similar, there are other options. So keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to start building my card here. We are going to silver emboss the sentiment just because I thought that it would be, I didn't want to use black. Like at this point, black, when I'm working on spring or Easter cards, I always kind of feel like black takes it down a notch, if that makes any sense. Like I'm trying to create a bright, beautiful card, and when you add black, it kind of just, it darkens it, obviously, and it just kind of takes it down a little bit. It kind of brings it back. So I chose to silver emboss my sentiment instead, and that's also why my feathers are cut out of vellum. I don't want them to take away from the card design and how bright those strips of alcohol ink are. So that's kind of what I was thinking. So I am running a poll over on my community tab in the channel. I will leave a link in the description down below if you guys want to go check that out. It is asking what you guys would like to see for a series on the channel. Now, I would like to add a new series. I'm trying to challenge myself to create different things, and I have created a poll, and you can vote on it. And I have 3 things listed. So I have Simon Says Stamp. I would be the Simon Says Stamp kit just because that's the one I'm most drawn to, but it would be a video like 5 cards, 1 kit type of thing. And so we would, create with the monthly kit once a month, and that would kind of just add a different style of video to the channel. Then I also have a behind the scenes option that would not take over the Monday or Thursday videos. That would be an extra video on the channel. Say I would do it maybe like the 15th and the 30th or something like that. And it would just kind of give you a behind the scenes into what's going on over here. It'd be like drawing practice, doing my nails, organizing my studio, working on my painting, that kind of stuff, working on my stationery collection, that kind of stuff. So it would be just, like I said, behind the scenes by what's going on for me in my space. Or the third option is a mixed media series. So maybe it would be something like every second Thursday, we would focus on mixed media. I would never do it on a Monday because Monday is always cards. It's dedicated to cards. Every video on a Monday is always cards. So it wouldn't change that. But it would be something I could do like every second Thursday could be a mixed media series because I still need a place to do, like art journaling would fit into that. And then of course I do 1 bullet journal setup a month because you guys know I love that. And I create all these stickers and fun stuff for it. So that also goes up on Thursdays, just because Mondays are always card videos. That will not change. Nothing will, I don't want you guys to get, sad and leave because you think that I'm not still doing cards or anything like that. I did actually have a comment recently, someone saying that they thought that I had changed my channel to be paid and that they were unable to afford to do that. And I just want to touch on that really quick. I have not changed anything on my channel. My regular videos always go up Monday and Thursday. And the only thing that did change, and it changed, I think about a year ago, I added memberships to the channel. And one of the benefits of the membership, if you go to the top tier, which I think is $4.99 a month Canadian, so I don't even know what that works out to be, American $3 maybe, is that you get early access to videos. So with that, and you get faster response to your comments as well. That's one of the other tiers. There's a couple of things that are, kind of tiers to that. And one of the things you get is early access to videos. So when my regular video goes up on Monday, later that day, usually in the afternoon, as soon as I have a chance, I will make the Thursday video available to members. But the video will still go up on Thursday for everybody else. Like my videos have not changed in that way. It's just that members get early access as a thank you for supporting the channel. But watching the videos is still supporting the channel. So I just wanted to clear that up so that there was no confusion that like my channel has not become paid. It is just an extra option to support the channel if that's something you would like to do. But completely up to you. There is a link in the description if you want to check out memberships at all. So, it's just extra support to the channel, makes it easier for me to do this as a full-time job. It's just that kind of thing. So definitely, and it will segue into thank you to my members. You guys are phenomenal. I cannot express how much I appreciate your support. And it always shocks me a little bit that you guys want to support my channel. It's, it's one of those things I get humbled and overwhelmed at the same time when people choose to support this dream of mine. So thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. But even just watching the videos, especially all the way to the end, that supports the channel too. It tells YouTube that you enjoy my content and you want to see it, so any of that stuff supports the channel. So, do what you're able to do and just know that I greatly appreciate it regardless of what you're able to do. So I just wanted to clear that up. I'll get off my little TED talk there, but hopefully that cleared up that question. So you did see me adhere everything together. I did little dots behind the vellum because of course you can see adhesive through the vellum. And I did adhere the stems of the feathers or the shafts of the feathers. You guys have gone over many words to call the bottom of the feather. So I did adhere those together so they would stay as kind of like a bundle. And then I adhered small areas behind them just to make sure they stayed on the card. And of course that will change as I go and stick them in an envelope to make sure they fit. Because I always make sure my stuff fits in an envelope so nothing will can rip off if someone, picks it up or wants it. But yeah, so that is the card design I have for you guys today. I am adding a couple of embellishments, just these really beautiful silver pearls. And I think these turned out really pretty. I would love to hear your thoughts. Of course, tell me what you think of this card design. It is a bit whimsical. It doesn't necessarily read Easter, but I think that it's really fun and just a different way to celebrate a holiday. So if you celebrate Easter, I hope you had an amazing day. If you don't, I hope you had an amazing day as well, just whichever you do. And hopefully you got to have a tasty supper with your family. That is one thing we are big on. We get together and have a really tasty dinner and spend time together. So hopefully you guys had an amazing weekend, and I hope you guys will come back, check out more of my videos. As I said, every Monday and Thursday I do a new video, and I would love to have you back. Thank you guys so much, and if you made it all the way to the end, leave me your favorite spring emoji or Easter emoji, whichever you prefer. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.